All right. So let's start again with just turning your head gently from side to side and taking in the space around you and relaxing into your body. So you can be standing or seated, looking from side to side. Relaxing as much as you can in your neck, jaw, tongue, and face. Shoulders and upper back relaxed. So you're not pushing anything down, you're just letting your shoulders naturally fall, giving into gravity. Yeah, and let's try just opening wide like you're going to yawn. If you yawn, great. You're going to also spread out your hands. So, and let it go. A couple like physiological sighs. Taking in maybe a double inhale, like, let it go. One more. Reaching out and shake it out, let it go. And then regular breathing. Let's do a 6 count inhale up and a 6 count exhale down. So exhale everything out and inhale going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Really reaching. 6. Exhale. Reach out as you go down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to change it. Arms are going to go up the front. Inhale up. 2, 3. For a little arch on top, open your chest, bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Opening your heart and lungs, looking up, bring it down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more like that. Up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then regular inhale, big and expansive. Open, open, open. Lift up. Take up space. Widen your stance. Bend your knees. Arch your back. Take it all the way down and shift from side to side, bending one knee and then the other. Inviting in the watery fluid element into your body so that you're really moving with a sense of liquid flow, hydrating tissue, letting go of tension, feeling the relationship to the earth through the gravitational pull, through the water in your body, right? The water moves and we go, oh, that's where down is. So feeling into that down earthy quality with the water in your body sloshing around, hydrating your tissues. And then come into center and roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top. And let's open out again. And again, you're going to stick out your butt, arch your back, open. So it's like a cat-cow kind of all the way down. And this end, just roll it back up, coming up through your spine, all the way up to the top, straighten, arch and open, bend your knees, stick out your butt. Surrender down to the floor, grounding your energy, and then rolling up, filling up and expanding, getting big, 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 big. Stick out your butt, opening the front of your body and melting, dropping down, roll it up. Last one, arch, open, take it all the way down. Stay down there, just bend and straighten your knees a couple times. So bending and stretching doesn't have to be into your biggest hamstring stretch, but if that feels good, go for it. But if you're not ready for it, just make it minimal. And then the next one, we're going to roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top. And we'll go with the spirals, twisting, looking around behind you. Big spiral through your spine. Again, letting the water in your body move out. And there's Squeaky Deaky making an appearance right in front of the camera with his big butt, which is actually pretty tiny. He does have a long body. He's like one of those really long body. Oh, he's maybe going to make another pass. Not sure if you saw him yet. Looking around behind you, spiraling your whole spine. Good. And then let's open up into an X, and we're just going to cross elbow to knee in front, elbow to knee. And then in the back, foot to hand, 2, 3, 4, 5. Big weight shift, 6, 7, 8. Coming back to the front, 1, 2, big shift, 3. Radiating out with the arms, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crossing back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Coming in. So now you've really gotten the blood flowing, mobilized everything, radiating outward, coming into the front space, coming into the back space. So what we want to do is kind of enliven the space around us as potential space that we can reach into and we have access to. So let's just do a little bit more of that, but with crossing to the front high, and then cross down, back low, cross down, back low, forward high, cross, back low, cross, back low, forward high, back low, forward high, back low, back low. I'm not going that far and back low. I'm not going that far down. Let's take it down to the floor, sitting in a cross-legged position. I got to show you this little noodle who needs a lot of attention sometimes. He is like a completely soft, squishy little being. My friend Georgina thinks he looks like Ron Perlman, but I think he looks a little bit more like the dragon from Neverending Story. Open your arms outside side. Yeah, Georgina calls him Ron Perlman because he's got kind of that long face and the little eyes. Side stretch and opening up. Let's take it all the way around. If you don't know who Ron Perlman is, look it up because it's funny. Sideways, forward. When he was little, he had really big ears for his body size. Circling, letting your hips and back release, and then come up. Let's twist here, twisting around one side, and then twisting the other way. And then coming in and changing, non-dominant leg goes in front. I have to say, this is the first time I've gotten into a cross-leg position without even thinking about my knee. And I'm like, oh, must be better. Side, side. Letting your whole head tail get that nice C curve. Shoulder blades sliding easily around on your back. Lots of space between your ear and your shoulder. Let's go ahead and circle it all the way around. Head away from the tail. And it's like you're tracing a half circle around your body with your hands out in front of you, and then another half circle up over your head, going side to side. For me, in my life, I don't now, but sometimes I get a little bit of tightness in my lower back. So I have a little bit of pain in my lower back. For me, this exercise and rolling on the floor from side to side on my back really help alleviate that pain. So I'd say there are 3 things, and this is a big one. Let's spiral and twist, looking around behind us. But everybody has different, our bodies are very different inside. We have the same parts, but they're all slightly different shapes and sizes. So yeah. So what works for me may not be the thing that works for you, but start to notice what are the ingredients that you need in your body to really feel good. Let's come down and grab our weights for this. So, or no weights if you want to make it easier, always an option. So knees together, feet are going to be rotated in. So this is what my legs are doing. Pigeon-toed and knock-kneed. And that is so that I can stabilize my lower body So I can mobilize my upper body. I can feel that me and this plant are a little close to each other. The plant's leaning out into the room. Both weights in your hands, circling around. Inhale, open, and exhale as you come up. Reaching away from center, so radiating out into space, giving that fascia, the holding, shaping organ of your body, which is really just this matrix that's throughout your whole body, made up of fibers and fluids. And you're just giving that a chance to really have some extension away from center as you go up over your head, and rehydrating in whatever way makes the most sense. Change direction. When you move in diverse ways regularly, your fascia is much more healthy and well organized. If you are a couch potato, which I don't think anyone in this class is, but your fascia gets much less organized and more incoherent. So working for that coherent, well-organized fascia and coming in. And when we think of organization in our fascia, think of it in an organic manner, not like a linear sort of mechanical manner, but in an organic manner. And the patterning within our bodies is much more organic and nature related. It's not like machines, like even our bones are curvilinear. Grabbing your weights in each hand, taking your hands up, internal rotation, external rotation. So this is letting your shoulder blades under your back really mobilize. And it should be fairly easy to feel it as you've got those little bony landmarks of your shoulder blades poking into your mat. If you need more padding under your back, get some. This is not for a burn, this is for mobility, mobilizing the tissue, mobilizing the fascia, mobilizing the bones. So the bones of my scapula, my collarbone, my humerus, radius, and ulna, the bones in my hands, fingers, and wrists are all getting movement. And then coming in, and let's do really just elbows into your sides. You're going to close in, shut the vest, and then open it up. I think I would like to call this exercise the flasher, opening and closing. Just easy, doesn't have to go all the way down. If it feels like too much in your rotator cuff, go do a smaller range of motion. But if you feel okay, let it really open out. It probably has another name, but the flasher just seems like such a good one, right? Opening and closing. Feeling what's happening up in your rotator cuff as you do that opening and closing. So if it's too much, make it smaller. Should be with light weights or no weight. Good. And then coming in, and let's do curls here. So just curling up to your shoulder and then down. Again, not really trying to go for a burn here, going more for movement, mobility, healthy tissue. Although you may be working your muscles more in these last couple exercises. 5 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do one more. Up over your head, going 1, 2 for 10, 3, with weights or no weights, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can feel how much your relationship to gravity changes the exercise completely. It's also changing the pull on the bones and the fascia, because we're in a different relationship to gravity. That is going to help build healthy bones, healthy tissue, right? By having it need to respond in different ways to pushing and pulling, right? That's what gives our bones the density, is when they are required to do things. And the density and the sort of integrity of the structure, the more we are three-dimensional in the way that we're working out, the more integrity that structure is going to have. I mean, like inside of our bones or in our tissue. within reason. So yeah. Anyway, let's take our hands down under our butt, legs up to the ceiling, pointed toes up and out, and then down, and let's flex through the center. Point, open it out, down, flex it up. Point, open, and flex. If you want to make these circles smaller, go for it. If you want to make them a little bit more exciting, you can roll it up and then take your time coming down. Rolling up, reaching out through the points, bringing it up, radiating out, up, open, up, open. Last one. And relax down onto the floor. Just gonna move my mat so that I'm not in such a close relationship, proximity to that plant. And you're gonna take a heel rock, digging your heels into the floor. Try to send a ripple and wave up through your body. This exercise is about letting go, letting movement happen, not adding tension, but letting tension melt out of your body. Softening, releasing. Let your ankles maybe circle a little bit. Just give yourself a little more freedom. Let's have a roll, a little gentle roll from side to side. Turn your legs in and out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Free flow in your body, letting go of tension. You can shake out your arms also. Make some sound if that helps. Yeah, so many things we're doing in life are adding tension. We need to think often about letting go of tension. And one way is just to shake it out, jiggle it, relax it, let it go. Let's take our hands behind our head, going for contralateral movement, elbow to knee, one leg in, one leg out, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Try to touch your elbow to your knee. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Drop it down, turn your head from side to side. Relax, relax your neck and jaw. And then we're going to do a different version of the same exercise. You're going to take your legs up, flex your feet to the ceiling, and then point as you come down. 1, bringing it back up to the L shape. 2, inhale. 3, open. 4, lift. 5, 6, I'm exhaling down, inhaling up. 7, 8, that's what I said, and then I changed it. 9, just make sure you're breathing. 10, 11, 12. Let's lengthen the bottom leg down all the way to the floor and bring it back up. 13, so it's touching down. 14, 15. You'll maybe feel a stretch right there in the front of your hip belly. I can't talk and do this at the same time and feel it and explain. A couple more. Last one. And relax, drop it down. Free up your spine, head, tail mobility, wiggle it out. So that head-tail connection is a great awareness to bring online. Like if we can feel, sometimes people feel like they're cut off head to the body or cut off at the waist or whatever. Try to feel that whole connection, the river of your spine moving through your body, right? Certainly your nerves are kind of more like a river than like anything else, right? So the bulb of our brain, all of it is very fluid and wet, moving down through our spinal cord and then radiating out, branching out into our limbs like a tree, right? Branching out like a tree. But the movement, even the energy of that electricity of our nervous system is very fluid. It's very much like a river. It's like a current, a flow. So thinking of that, even on that nervous system level, head, tail connection, brain, spinal cord routing out from, then we have the core distal center to edge connection. And when we bring these connections online for us, it allows us more relationship with ourselves and with our cells. So it's all worth it. opening up into an X. We're going to take just one foot is rocking, and you're trying to reach up to that opposite corner. So heel rock across the diagonal through your body. Breathing, letting it ripple, softening, letting go of any holding as much as you can, and then change it to the other side. And we learn how to hold our body in these patterns of tension by being told what we should look like, how we should act, what we should be, how we should be still, or how we shouldn't move, or hold your breath, or, don't be big in the world. So let go of that and take up some space, allowing this movement from your heel out through your hand to ripple through your body. Letting that go, arms out to the side, knees up, maybe feet extended, maybe not, maybe starting with your knees bent and just side, knees to one side, head to the other direction, unless your back is hurting, and then go in the same direction. Feeling your arms radiating away from center. Big spiral. If you want to make it harder, go ahead and stretch out your legs. Pushing the floor away with your arms. So your torso, arms, back, whole body working together. Couple more. This is another one for me that this is like how to keep my back happy. Spiraling, doing those circles around. And let's roll backwards and forwards, massaging through your back. We have been on our back for a little while. We have done a lot of things. If you want to hang out in your plow, go for it. Breathing into it. If rolling forward backward is uncomfortable for you, feel free to go side instead. Good. And then let's come. I do want to stay on our back, so I want to do one more thing here. Let's take if you have a block, grab your block. We're going to use our blocks. Eventually, we're going to start without them, but we'll get to them in a second. Just get your block nearby. We'll just start with inhale up and exhale down. Trying to feel your knees above your feet as you go up. Inhale up, exhale down. Just gentle warm up, pushing the floor away, engaging the back of the body, hamstrings, glutes, extensors of the back working a little bit. Good, that was our warm up. Let's take the block, stick it under one foot. If you don't have a block, you could use a book, a folded up towel, anything else that or even a mat or a bolster. Taking the block under your foot. We're going to inhale up, try to keep your hips even, and exhale down. I'm just going to leave my arms down for now. Inhale, press, exhale, lower. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, push, exhale, lower. Inhale, press, exhale, lower. Inhale up and stay pulsing up. Try to stay long through both sides of your body. You can probably feel if you're hiking up one hip or the other. Lengthen it out, pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to come down and switch the block to the other side. So block is under your other foot. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. We're going to go back and forth a few times. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. The next one going up to stay, pulsing 1, 2, feel if your hips are even, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it down. Switch the block back to the first side. So we're going to go up. You're going to take your foot that's on the floor up to the ceiling, outward circles with the legs, trying to keep your pelvis in between your knee and your shoulders. So you're in a kind of inclined plane in your body. Circling with that top leg, and then flex your foot and change direction with the circles. Pushing the floor away. Point your toes, poking a hole through the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in and come down. Both legs up. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Wiggle, free up your spine, free up your back of the hamstrings, give them a little smack and release. So it is hard to get your hamstrings in a mat class, like to do as much with them when you're on the floor, but this is one way to get in there. All right, going up on the other side, having switched the block to the other foot. Foot that was on the floor comes up, pointed toes, outward circles, circling. Long leg, breathing. And flex your foot, change direction. These should be like soccer ball to beach ball size circles. Women's World Cup. Woo! Spain. Point your toes, poke a hole to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fold it in and come down. Both legs up to the ceiling. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Free it up, and let's take a happy baby pose. Wiggle around in your baby. Yeah, I didn't watch the World Cup. My mom did. She got up early to watch the final, and she was following it all along. I very rarely watch sports because I just don't have time. And also, the only time I really want to watch sports is when I'm either grieving or like heartbroken, which are kind of similar things. And then I feel like they're a great way to not think about anything, just watching sports. Rolling back and forth. And let's take it hands behind you on the floor. You're going to inhale, press it up, exhale. Either swinging back between your legs or inhale up and exhale butt to the floor. Either one. Inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay up, pulsing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down and just fold forward. Walk your butt from side to side. Your hamstrings should be nice and warm now. After working them, that's a good time to stretch them. They are full of blood. They are available they're ready to do new things. Breathe. Turn your head from side to side. Shift your hips around. Relax the back body. And then come up. Let's do a quick mobility for the hips and massage through your glutes, just rolling over one side and then the other. Breathing, mashing it out. And then opening chest, lungs, heart, taking it down to the floor, opening up over to the other side. Chest, lungs, heart, opening, and then surrendering, releasing down to the floor. We're going to change it in a second. Okay, so instead of going down, we're going to come here and go up. Take it down, shift it to the other side. So my knee is behind my foot. I'm going to circle my arm through, pelvis forward and up. One side and then the other. Swinging the arm around and back. Good. That's enough of that. Let's come onto our hands and knees. And we'll do tricep push-ups. Let's do tricep push-ups and then pop off and side plank. If you want to make this easier, go for it. I'm going to do tricep push-up with my knees on the floor. I'm going to curl my toes under, pop up into a side plank, coming back down, knees land, push up, shifting it to the other side. You could leave your knees on the floor and just come into the side plank there. You could even make it easier here, right? I'm just showing you a much easier version with the elbows going out to the side. Really work with what is going to work for you today. Last one. And relax. Circles with your hands. In and out. Let your elbows move. Let's do a stretch. You're just going to take your hand down towards your wrist. I'm just easy. I'm not going super hard on this, just a little bit. Same thing on the other side. Gently pulling them together if that feels okay. So this is what I'm doing. I feel like when I was younger, I was still pretty flexible there. I can bring my thumb almost to my wrist. It's not that we want to have that much flexibility, we want to have some freedom. And since most of the time our hands are doing this, we want to also get that, right? We could just reach out and up and then curl under, out and up, curl it under, out and up, curl it under, out to the side and in, side, in, side, in, side, in. Shake it out. Let's do a couple more things here. I'm just going to come up onto my knees, hands on my shoulders. You could do this seated, or you can be all the way down in your seat or not. Actually, let's add that. So it's up to you if you want to go all the way down, but I'm going to, as I go down, and then I'm going to circle my chest and lungs, elbow and knees. So we're working a lot. I'm just going to stay. If you want to make this easier, lean forward as you go down. If you want to make it harder, I don't think I could do it. Take it back as you go down, like lean back a little bit. Oh, I can, but then let's change direction, up and over with the arms. If it's too much to go up and down, don't do it. I just found that this exercise actually really helped me with my knee, with the recovery of my knee. All right, enough of that. Let's come down onto our bellies, all the way down onto our stomach on the mat. Let's go up, bend and touch, reach it out and come down. Opposite arm to leg, touch it back there, reach and lower. Lengthen, touch, reach, lower. Lengthen, touch, reach, lower, up, bend, reach, lower, up. You can look over your shoulder as you reach back there for your foot, if you want to. You can also not do that. You're probably gonna have to do it a little bit. One more time each side. And relax. Curl your toes under, head on your hands. Push up and down. Send a ripple and wave up and down through your body. Again, relaxing as much as you can. Probably it's not going to ripple and wave that much on your belly. It's easier to get the waves on your back. But just imagine relaxing everything as much as you can. You can add a little bit of side wiggle. Shake it out. Bend your knees. Let your legs fall from side to side. Massaging through the front of your quad, relaxing your lower back. Breathing. Big, expansive breathing. Especially when you're working out, really make sure you're taking in as much oxygen as you need. It's really easy to inhibit your breathing and to breathe small. So don't do it if you need the breath. Take in the air you need. Ideally, you're inhaling through your nose. Let's take the arms out behind your back. You're going to interlace your fingers if possible. Otherwise, just reach back. You're going to inhale up, exhale, heels, double pulse. Upper body, lower body. Upper body, lower body. Upper body, lower body. Reach, hold, reach, hold, reach, hold. Last one. Reach, release your hands, push into the floor, come all the way up. Open it up. Relax it back down to the floor. Lengthen to come up. If you want to try and touch your toes to your head, go for it. And take it down. 2 more. Last one. Take it back. Child's pose. Wiggle around. Look under your armpit. Free up your spine. Big breathing. And then coming up into your all fours position and just free flow spine. Ripples and waves. You can make your breath, like this might be fun, like really a windstorm, like probably my earbuds are cutting out the sound, but think of it really alive and mobile. So there's airflow, right? Fluid movement. Air is considered a fluid because it flows. It's not saying it's a liquid, it's saying it's a fluid. It has flow. So find that airflow and mobilize your body with it. Big inhales. Big exhales, giving your body the freedom of a windstorm. Freedom to go anywhere, do anything, mobilize in any way. Really three-dimensional, novel patterning. And let that go. Let's go opposite arm to leg, bringing your hands back underneath you so you're comfortable. Opposite arm to leg, take it out to the diagonal, bring it back in and come down. Up, diagonal, into line and come down. Up, find the diagonal, reaching out into space, right? We keep finding this big, expansive elongation through our tissue, vast, spacious body. Radiating away from center, opening it up, reaching, coming back in. Bringing your awareness with you into the space so that you are enlivening the space, expanding your consciousness just by opening up into space. Good. We're going to take it down to the floor. Round your spine. So you're going into a curl, elbows on the floor, and just take your weight forward and backward. Forward and backward in that curl, taking your time. Letting all the tissue in the back body just soften, lengthening out in the curl. All the extensors getting a chance to release. And then you're going to change it, move forward and backward in the arch. Just feeling what that feels like. Let your butt really stick out. Reach through your sit bones. Relax your gut body. And then coming in, we're going to take one leg out behind you, up and down, going 1, 2, lower body reaching, 3, into the back space, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Letting this stretch the whole front of the gut body. 1, 2, 3. And the inside. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it into a forearm plank, pushing forward and backward, head forward, heels back, hovering along the horizon line. Upper versus lower. Drop it down all the way to the floor. Bend your knees, let your legs fall from side to side again. Massaging through the front of your body, relaxing and melting. Tension dropping away. Arms out to the sides. You're going to pick up one leg, cross it over, and then come back. My bottom shoulder is lifting off, or my top shoulder is lifting off. So leg goes, my shoulder is moving. Bring it back. Pick up the leg. You can bend the knee this time. And then come up. That's a real boob smasher. Take it down and melt. Breathe. Breathing big, deep breaths into your back. And then shifting your weight and coming up. Let's take the legs out. We're almost done. Just going to do a hip stretch. So let's do a knee over knee. You can leave the bottom leg out in front of you, or you can fold it under, whatever works for you. From there, circling around over your legs. I'm just going to have a moment of intense gratitude to my body for healing. Bodies are actually really good at healing given the right opportunities and support. And sometimes it takes time, but like, oh my God, I am so happy that this whole workout, I was not feeling my knee at all. And now I can do the things that I couldn't do before. And I think that I don't know when, it's definitely been at least 5 months of healing, change direction. And just if you're wondering what the injury was, it was pes anserine bursitis, which then kind of like moved around in different things. Take it forward and down, melt and let go. Surrendering toward the floor, letting the earth energy ground you, coming into the earth, coming into Gaia. Thanks to Gaia, yay. Her water, air, earthiness, fire. Take it over to the side. So we could also thank the sun while we're at it. Open it up over to, without which there would be nothing here. And then spiraling towards the top leg and the bottom leg. And then unscramble. Shake it out, let it go. Give it a little whack before we do the other side. And then the other side. So one thing I will say that now that I am older, I cannot stay in positions for a really long time. Like deep flexion in my knees, the knee that actually hurt coming out of that was not the injured leg, it was the other one. So sometimes like, I just have to be careful that I'm not pushing anything where I'm there too long. Circles, or if I do spend more time in deep flexion, I really need to make sure the tissue is okay coming out of it. So I'm not just going from intense deep flexion into some really hard thing, but giving my body a chance to come to neutral before going to the next thing. And I'd say that that's one of the big differences in the way that I work out or the way that I teach is there's usually sort of a release before the next thing, shaking out, softening, breathing, just letting your tissue come back to neutral before we ask the next thing. Change direction if you haven't. And take it forward and melt, soften, breathe. So sometimes people ask like, well, how long should you stay in a stretch? And there isn't an answer to that that's the same for everyone. And it depends on the day, it depends on your body. It's really about listening in. And then come up, open it out, side stretch toward the top leg. Side stretch towards the bottom leg. And also how old you are and what you're trying to do, right? So different things for different people, for different bodies, for different intentions. Change direction. And unscramble. Give it a little shake. Again, let it go. I'm just grabbing onto that tissue and giving it a little pull. So as I move, there's more if I'm holding on here and then I move my leg inside, there's going to be more movement in the tissue than if I'm not holding on, right? So I'm grabbing on just to get that stuff to free back up in and around my knee and my shin and my quad. And then slide your legs underneath you, take your butt up to the ceiling, let your head hang down. Shake it no, nod yes. Wiggle your shoulders, free up your spine, open your feet wider and shift from side to side, bending one knee and then bending the other. Again, bringing in that fluidity to your body as we also ground ourselves, coming into the earth energy below us. The gravitational pull of the earth holding us here. Come into center, roll it all the way up. And then opening back up to the sky. Opening up to the spaciousness above us. Not just the spaciousness. So there's space above us. There's space below us. There's space to right and left. There is space in front and back. And there is space within, right? There is space everywhere. And we can just lean into that, awakening our awareness, opening out, expanding into that spaciousness. Vast, potent space all around us. Good, letting it go. So if you are here and join me today, great, thank you. And oh, there are people here, how exciting. I'm gonna close out the live stream. Feel free to like and subscribe. I really could use some new socks. I really am coming at the end of my socks, as you can tell by my